Find neck and head straight, any mudra, hand position. Gently close your eyes. Recitation of Om for 3 times. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Palms near chest. Namaskar Mudra. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvesavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently open your eyes, release hand. Second chapter of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the Sadhana Pada. Tapa Swadhyaya Isparpani Dhanani Kriya Yoga. Austerity, self-study and self-surrender to God is called Kriya Yoga. In the Kriya Yoga, practice austerity, the tapa. Tapa produce heat in the body and remove the impurities. Swadhyaya, the study of the scriptures and inquiring about oneself is the self-study. And devotion, the surrender to God is the Isparpanidhanani, Isparpanidhana. The three are practiced in the Kriya Yoga. Kri action, Ya awareness. Practice of the action with the awareness of pure consciousness or God is called Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is a quick way to realize the self. The practice of the Kriya Yoga reduce afflictions and develop samadhi. There are 5 causes of suffering or the afflictions: ignorance, ego, attachment, hate, and fear of death. They are the 5 causes of suffering. Ignorance is the root cause of all suffering, and ignorance remains in 4 states: dormant state, thin state, scattered state, and fully expressed state. In this 4 state, the ignorance remains. Ignorance is the root cause of all suffering. If there is ignorance, there is ego, attachment, hate, and fear of death. So ignorance is the root cause of all suffering. To consider non-permanent as permanent, sorrow as happiness, non-soul as a soul is ignorance. Identification of the intelligence with the self is ego. There is a example, there is a wall near a street, and in that wall there was a hole, small hole. In that small hole, a frog was living, and the frog had a small coin, a silver coin, and it was reflecting light. And the frog was easily getting food. Once an elephant came near the wall, and the frog, because of its ego, got angry. And to strike the elephant, he jumped over the elephant, but elephant did not notice the ego. Attachment, pleasure accompanying likeness is attachment. Repulsion accompanying pain is hate. And fear of death is also a cause of suffering. Every being, everyone has has a fear to die. Even the insects, animals fear to die because the experience in the past incarnation. The insect was on the railway track. When the train comes, it feels its vibration and it goes down. It is also fear to die. Even the wise people has also fear of death because of the experience in the previous incarnation. So they are the five cause of pain or suffering. The cause of the pain or the suffering should be reduced, should be removed, and the cause of suffering are removed by the practice of meditation. As long as there is karma or the action, storehouse of the action, there is rebirth. So the action is a cause of rebirth. As long as there is action, there is birth, and if there is birth, life, there is lifespan. And if there is lifespan, there is suffering. And lifespan becomes the cause of action, becomes the cause of good and the bad, the impression, the karma. There are four types of suffering: suffering due to change, the milk change into curd, childhood change into old age, which is a type of suffering. Jealousy, because of jealousy also we suffer. Bad habits, if we have the bad habits, if we become addicted to any bad habit, then we suffer. The gunas are acting on the gunas. So because of this, we become unable to decide what to do, what not to do. Because of this, we suffer. Even the spiritual aspirants, sometimes they become unable to decide which type of meditation or which type of mantra to practice. It is because of the gunas are acting on the gunas, and it is also a type of suffering. So there are four types of suffering. A suffering which has not come yet to come should be removed. Connection of the soul with the nature is the cause of the suffering. In the nature, there are three qualities and 24 principles. The three qualities are pure, active, and stillness. In physics, it is light, vibration, and motion. And the 24 principles are five elements: the fire, air, ether, earth, water. Five elements. Five motor organ: the hand, feet, mouth, genital, excretory organ. Five sense organ: eyes, ear, tongue, nostril, and the skin. Five sense perception: sound, smell, taste, touch, and vision. And mind, the thinking mind, subconscious mind, discriminative mind, and ego. They are the 24 principles. The connection of the nature and the soul is the cause of suffering. And the connection is for the fully expression of the power of both self and the nature. Nature gives experience and liberation to the soul. There is an example. Some people were on a pilgrimage to a holy place, and in the group there is a blind and a lame person. It was difficult for both of them to walk with a group, so they become together. The lame who cannot walk sit on the over the on the shoulder of the blind, and the lame show the way and the blind walk. They together reach the destination. Nature is blind, soul is lame, and they together reach the destination. When they reach the destination, nature remains and the soul become one with the supreme soul, and it loses its identity. It no more remain. So nature gives experience and the liberation to to the soul. The cause of the connection of the soul and nature is the ignorance. When the ignorance goes, the connection no more remains. When the ignorance goes with the unfluctuating awareness of pure consciousness, when one have unfluctuating awareness of pure consciousness attains enlightenment, and there are 7 stages of enlightenment. When one enlightened, nothing remains to know. He know everything. Nothing remains to remove. Ignorance is to be removed, and it is removed. Nothing remains to get. Whatever the enlightened person want can get, and nothing remains to do. What he do is like doing nothing. And the qualities remains in the equilibrium state. He remains always in a state of bliss or happiness, and always remains in the state of samadhi. These are the 7 stages of enlightenment. The enlightenment comes with a unfluctuating awareness of pure consciousness. With the awareness, unfluctuating awareness of pure consciousness, ignorance goes, enlightenment comes. And this awareness, unfluctuating awareness, comes by the practice of the limbs of the yoga, by the practice of the 8 limbs of the yoga: yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and the samadhi. Unfluctuating awareness of pure consciousness comes, ignorance goes, and one becomes enlightened. Closing prayer. Recitation of Om for 3 times. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Palms near chest. Namaskar Mudra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.